History often remembers Johannes Gutenberg as the man who changed the world with his printing press. And rightly so, his invention transformed how knowledge was shared, sparking revolutions in thought, science, and faith. But what we seldom ask is this: could Gutenberg have succeeded without the centuries of progress that came before him? The press was not the work of one mind alone. It was the product of many minds, many hands, and many humble crafts perfected over time. The printing press was the child of civilization itself. Before the first printed word appeared, another quiet revolution had already begun: the making of paper. In medieval Europe, worn-out linen and cotton fabrics were collected as rags. Those rags, once woven on simple looms, became the raw material for papermakers. Through the alchemy of water, fiber, and patience, these rags were turned into smooth, durable sheets, far cheaper than animal parchment. Without the loom, there would be no rags. Without rags, no paper. And without paper, no printing revolution. The next great foundation was metal. For centuries, blacksmiths and armorers had mastered the shaping of iron, lead, and copper. When Gutenberg set out to create tiny, identical letters that could be reused again and again, he drew on this deep tradition of metallurgy and precision craftsmanship. Each movable letter, cast from molten metal, was a triumph of accuracy. Even the wire mesh used to form sheets of paper came from metalworkers who once made armor and fine tools. The precision of the press was born from the precision of the forge. Yet, metal and paper alone were not enough. Gutenberg needed ink that would cling to metal and leave a crisp impression on paper, something ordinary writing ink could not do. Here, he drew from the experiments of painters and apothecaries who blended oils, resins, and pigments. From their workshops came the oil-based ink that made printing possible, thick, rich, and enduring. Chemistry, though unrecognized by name, had quietly paved the way. Gutenberg's genius also lay in adaptation. He borrowed from the screw presses used by winemakers and olive oil producers, transforming them into engines of communication. The printing press became a masterpiece of design, a harmony of wood, metal, and imagination. Old tools found new purpose, and from their union emerged the first great machine of knowledge. But even with all these crafts, Gutenberg's success required something larger: connection. Across Europe, a growing web of trade linked distant lands. Rags came from Flanders, metals from the Rhineland, ink-making traditions from Italy, and techniques from Asia. Roads, rivers, and ships, however slow, became the veins of progress. Civilization itself had woven the fabric of invention. The printing press changed the destiny of humankind. It multiplied knowledge, empowered reformers, and gave voice to ideas that no power could fully silence. Yet it stands not as the work of one man, but as the summit of human endeavor, built upon the unseen labor of artisans, merchants, miners, and dreamers. Gutenberg's name rightly shines in history, but behind that name stands a civilization that made his vision possible. The press was, and remains, an instrument of freedom of thought, born from the shared genius of humankind. Because no invention truly belongs to one person alone. Every discovery is a conversation across generations, a testament to what we can achieve together.